Alright, everyone, for those of you who've been around for a while, you know that this is a much earlier stream than I normally do them on these Sundays, and that is because we are down to the wire of these events. I fully intended to do an extra stream to get this Trailblaze mission completed, so that we'd be able to get these events done on stream today. Unfortunately, life is life, and I was not able to find time to stream this week. Stream an extra stream this week. And so we have, what do we have to do? We have the rest of this, which I did look up. We have 2 chapters left. One of them looks like it's the introduction to the Herta chapter, and then the other one is probably finishing off this quest, like the Euphorius quest line for now. Sorry to cut off us there, I had to sneeze. But yeah, and then it looks like the last one is probably wrapping up this quest line for now before they do the update, which will be in probably 18 hours, just short of 19. But I did look up these events to get an idea of just how long the stream needs to be, and if it's even possible to finish it today and get everything done. I did find out that this is a puzzle quest. It's majorly just like doing the 4 different types of puzzles that have been shown in the game, like Scapegoat and the Hand one and whatnot, Hand of Zagreus. And then this is a battle event where it's just a bunch of like, create a team, fight an opponent. If you get a certain point score, you get rewards, right? Which is perfect for me, because that means that I can just show them off, like the basics, and then you all get the point. You all don't need to see me do all of those because they're very repetitive. It's why I don't do like Simulated Universe every week on stream, because it's a very repetitive game. And then we should be good. So it just depends on how long it takes to get through these last chapters. I was able to get through this. I finally found out where you could ride the dinosaur. That was surprisingly difficult to find one of those bus stops to get picked up. And I did get to level 100 of the of this one, the human comedy, before the time ran out, because that also changes in 2 days. It's not going to go away, it's just resetting, so it'll go back to level 1, and then you can start building up to 100 again. And then also, just as a reminder, Aglaya is also ending soonish for the new update, where they will probably give us new story soon. So that is all we have to look forward to. Oh! Let's go over achievements real quick. Open treasure chest 120 times in Euphorius. Demigod of treasures. Listen in to the people's conversation in Euphorius. The only reason I have that one is because I was trying to see if these people knew where the frickin' bus stop was. Because these were people that were near one of the dinosaurs, and so I was like, oh, maybe if I listen to them, I'll figure out how to be able to ride it. Use Jingloo to reduce any teammate's HP to 1 in a single battle. And when facing something, Praetor, in battle, have at least 5 ally targets and distribute the Drowned and the Crimson Sea damage, with none of them being defeated. Okay. They're so funny. And then I think the only other thing to show you all before we just really get this ball rolling, Light cone is at 80. Traces are fully done. I do have a relic set. It's not the most amazing relic set. I have not gotten the ornaments yet. And we're still at 2 Eidolons. I'm sure once we finish the main story, we might get like an Eidolon or 2 that we have access to, because currently I have that ranked out. So here's my current Remembrance Kalis. He does have great amount of crit damage when he crits, if ever. Alright, so let us go. But yeah, you might be wondering, why such an early stream? It's because that there's going to be construction nearby, supposedly around the afternoon, and so obviously this was going to be a long stream regardless, and so I wanted to see if we could get the majority of the stream done prior to the construction, because what will most likely happen is that I will stream all the way till the construction starts. And then once it starts, if we're not done, I will pause it and then hopefully be able to bring it back later this evening. Exhaustion envelops you. At this moment, no god of Emphorius could pull your gaze away from this lounge chair. Are you sleepy? I can see your eyelids growing heavy. Go to sleep then, if you're tired. Snoozy snooze, but isn't it always daytime in the city? How do you fall asleep like this? Wait, something seems off. Did you notice? I'll get embarrassed if you keep staring at me like that. Are there knots in my fur? Is it in my ears? No, they seem fine. Look, I can flap them. Huh? You're right. I can speak in full sentences now. Wow. It feels amazing being able to speak fluently, but why do I speak in such a proper, uncutesy manner now? I mean, referring to myself in a standard first person and all. Personality? Huh. You're always saying things I don't understand. Huh. Never mind. Since I am the forgiving type, besides, that I'm a bit more used to it, I don't sound as bad. Huh? I don't remember a thing about myself. Oh, my head hurts. I have a gut feeling, though, as long as we continue to collect the fragments of the memories scattered across Emphorius, we'll be rewarded with something really, really good. How should I put it? Anyway, I just know that this world is very important to me. I'll be the protagonist's bestest sidekick, so give me some screen time, alright? I think I'm getting sleepy. The light feels so warm, nice and warm. Even my fur is toasty warm. I can fall asleep any... Your consciousness sinks into the dreams, and at the edge of the dreamscape you hear a whisper. Open this book. I'll be waiting for you in the past. Light up the starry sky till the book appears in hand. Having learned about Castro Criminus' past, you now drop in that strand of nameless recollection. Record Mighty Moses' story on the empty page. Those flame-chasing people, those forgotten stories, as I've written. And there's Mighty Moses' pose from the new like live stream that has everybody going feral. A name bathed in blood. The Last Prince, Mighty Mos, Chapter 10. 1-1. Among the soldiers, there was the famed city, Krymnos, a place every warrior longed for.
There's no glory to be found in an accolade, only obtainable through slaughter.
To be crowned champion of Krymnos' festival was an honor that only the cream of the crop could attain. His name is... It says Click, but it's also just doing it on its own.
He managed to survive all of that?
Even the god of death turned him away.
Alright, let's try this again when it's not auto-playing. Despite being a man of few words, news of his deeds had traveled far and wide. His tale is an extraordinary one, they say. Cast off the cliff by his father at birth, he plunged into the Sea of Souls and drifted for 9 years. Oh, this is the backstory that we got for Mighty Most that our viewer was talking about last week. Huh? And then we heard this. An immortal body gifted is a gift bestowed upon the man, as with every other Chrysosaurus Amphorius, a blessing, yet also his curse. The taciturn man is seated at the table, expecting me to break the silence before us as a cup filled the brim with crimson liquid. People considered in Kremnos tradition to stain their bodies with fresh blood. Ooh, okay. In popular legends, everybody in the battlefield was taken.
Amateur historian.
He sees straight through my pretense. His gain is as clean and piercing as a lion's.
Is pomegranate juice.
The man scoffs. The reason it's called a wild tale is because Castrum Krynnos had long vanished. When their god descended into madness, the city likewise became shrouded in fog. Rumor has it that during the final battle in Castrum Krynnos, this man too took to the battlefield. Cutting down countless foes, fighting in a sea of blood, he drove his spear through the heart of the enemy king. Yet the tip of that spear was directed at his own homeland. A chatter breaks out among the people, and the man rises to leave. The truth of such rumors he speaks only through distant silhouette. A silhouette of a body that has withstood endless trials and faced death innumerable times, but bore not a single mark. Mighty Most, a hero of yore, now a traitor to Krymnos, the patricidal crown prince. The Flame Chaser's path has been lit. Interesting. So I guess we're gonna fill in each of the Chrysos eras over time. His home had long been covered in dust. Like the perilous city named Krymnos, the man's past is equally veiled in shadows. Only his infamy as the Kingslayer is recounted in echoes. His immortal and woundless body bared all swords and blades, and also dispelled curiosity and peeking gaze. Instead, look at his road, for that is the only way described his fighting heart. He inflamed the path ahead with fire, and his road home shall be paved in blood. Hey, lighten up. What's got you so serious? Oh, so I guess that's why it's the pen. We're like recording the history. I have no clue. I was deep in sleep, and the next thing I knew, I woke up here. Since you're here too, does that mean did our hearts connect in a dream? Sure. How cute. It's as if we're fated to be connected. Although I'm completely in the dark, I adore this story. They say dreams are veils cast by Orynyx. Could this be a gift from them? It appears that the Titan cherishes you just as much as I do. I love bedtime stories. Please read one to me. I've got a hunch that the beautiful star we just saw is a treasure that brings stories. In our travels ahead, we're sure to encounter many more. So let's keep our eyes peeled and dive into reading together. We need to collect tons of bedtime stories then. Kalis, you can read them to me. It's in the book. The book is dedicated to Redacted. Okay, interesting. And then that's the memories we pick up. Okay, I think I get it. Author's recompense. Oh, and this is how you get another 2 Eidolons. Okay. While you were having the strange dream somewhere else in Akuma.
You should take this opportunity to rest, Lord Phainon. The core flame ritual is tomorrow.
Today, tomorrow, what difference does it make? It's always morning in Akuma under Kefali's protection. So long as the light continues to shine this brightly, I won't be getting any sleep. Why force myself to shut my eyes when I can instead take this time to calm my mind and gather my thoughts? That counts as rest too.
Have you thought things through, then?
Not at all. Everything's a jumbled mess still. I don't even know where to start. The core flame was blazing hot in my palm in the beginning. But it has completely cooled off now. I can barely feel it. Miss Castoris, does this mean I'm a good match for Nigador?
I don't quite get how it works, but if it's going to put you at ease, then I will say yes to that.
Thank you. That's the abyss in the distance. Oh, that reminds me of the question I didn't get to ask. Back in the temple with the scales of justice, when Orynyx was trying to deter us, why did you stop me, Miss Castoris?
Because I knew there must be another solution. Something more important than the fate of Amphorius. It is far too cruel and unfair to ask that of you.
You should know that I would have gone ahead if Dan Heng hadn't come up with an answer in time.
I know. We should not have hesitated then. I stopped you before I even realized it myself. It's fortunate we had the both of them there with us.
Yeah. It's a good thing we had them.
Are you still thinking about the past, Lord Phainon?
Every waking moment. I lied to the two demigods just now. I told them the duty of the Chrysos heirs is all I think about now. Do you think I managed to slip by Aglaïa's golden threads this time?
No one fools her, Lord Phainon. She merely chooses to turn a blind eye to our lies.
You're right. How foolish of me to think I got away with it. I often wonder if someone as ordinary as me can really become a hero. I thought defeating Nigador would quell the voice of doubt in my mind. But it has only grown louder.
I don't have the right words for you now, but I know you're far from ordinary, Lord Phainon. Mighty often calls you Deliverer in jest. I don't believe he means it mockingly.
I should probably shut out these pointless thoughts and empty my mind until the hour of the ritual. I did that before sitting for Treeby's history exam. Who in the world could hope to go over those piles of documents and slates? I decided I was better off resigning myself to fate. That way I'd get more time to play and practice with my sword.
How did you do on the exam, then?
My score? I don't remember anymore. All I remember is Treeby punishing me to a full week of cleaning the Chrysos heir's bath, and no one was allowed to help me.
So High Priest Treeby can be strict too. Please continue with this mentality, Lord Phainon. I believe you'll be all right.
I think he might need a good sit down to think, because I don't know how you become a Chrysos heir, but it feels like you need a strong mental will, and just compartmentalizing everything doesn't sound like it's gonna be effective enough to get you through that. But alright, let's see.
Thank you, Miss Castoris. I think I'll stay here for a little while and keep all of those unruly thoughts out. It's not like anything will come of them anyway. The sights of Ides Elysiae, my homeland, have been flashing before my eyes lately. Those Kremnoans mastered some cutting-edge technology. If only I could separate my soul from my body too. That way I'd be able to fly my soul back to the comforting fields of my homeland anytime.
Doesn't the back design here look like Sunday's little spirit nymphs that he has, little like guys that float around him, but like with a sun icon for the head?
That's the only place I can be momentarily at peace.
Okay, we're switching to the Herta. Outside Amphorius, in a familiar corner of the cosmos.
An utterly adventure. Feel free to replace blank with whatever description you see fit. Oh, I bet you're as curious as I am. So, what's going to happen next? Oh, keep it together. All that excitement isn't going to get you anywhere, you know? Why don't you follow me into another tale on the other side of the cosmos? Ta-da! Recognize this place? Herta Space Station. The base of a genius and the cradle of science. Oh, look at all these puppets! Aren't they dearly gushing. She looks so pretty on more than one occasion. If you ask me though, they barely did justice to Madame Herda's beauty. Maybe just 10%. No, not even 1% of the real deal. Now, I'm no fawner here, just stating an objective fact. Remember the scene? Oh, it evoked so much emotion in me. The esteemed Madame Herda, Genius Society number 83, asking the great Noose a question. An attempt to gain a peek into the divinity's mysteries through them. Alright, so continuing from where we left off last time, this is where everything will begin for the genius smart enough to rewrite the history of the entire
Fourth mirror? Who exactly are you talking to?
Why, I was just ramping it up for our grand appearance, Madame Herda.
So a dramatic debut? But what are the odds of that happening? Sure, slightly plausible, if I did manage to talk to Droidhead. But guess what's the problem? They have no reaction whatsoever.
But look at this, Madame Herda. You're standing before Noose here. Oh, right there.
Oh, that? That's a hologram. What? I can't possibly summon the real Droidhead here, can I?
Wait, what? You mean to say you've just been reciting your lines before a hologram?
Yeah, creating dramatic value. Isn't that what you're most obsessed with? Moving on. Don't try, but you wouldn't even begin to imagine how difficult it is to send a message to Noose. And I went all out for it. Powering the audience system alone required me to reconfigure the energy supply of the entire space station. I had to switch it to hibernate mode before rebooting everything. Do you have any idea how much that costs?
How much? How much?
I'm not in charge of finance. Go pose that to Asta instead.
Oh, you don't know either.
I am Herda herself, the emanator of erudition, and a true blue genius. Why would I be holding the purse strings? That menial task is beneath me.
You're absolutely right, Madame Herda. The IPC should really be providing a genius like you with all that you require, so you can freely dive into any research that tickles your fancy. With that said, Herda herself, emanator of erudition and true blue genius. What do you plan to do now?
What else can I do? Identify what's malfunctioning within the audience system and fix it, of course.
Don't take offense to my candid words, Madame Herda. You may be proficient in many aspects, but is hands-on work really one of your strong suits? I humbly suggest for you to contact Steven instead.
Contact him and expose how I shelled out a bomb to send a message to Droidhead, only to screw up everything else?
All right. I get it.
Good that you do. There, that's the audience systems terminal. Come, walk with me. We'll check what's wrong with it.
Aye, ma'am. Oh, but I cannot.
What's with your witty remarks today?
Ooh, Eidolon. Gimme. And then I saw in the history book there were 2 of them, so we only don't know where one of them is.
Life is as ephemeral.
And then also per the suggestion of our chatter from last week, apparently I can switch out characters like this. So let's be the Herda for a while. Alright, so yeah. So 25 minutes in, and we are finally starting one of the 2 chapters that we have to do.
This is the audience system? Hi, it looks just like the simulated universe.
Keen observation. They share the same fundamental logic and are pretty much identical in that regard.
I see. We call this referencing and not appropriation, right?
One more stupid remark from you, and you can watch Fifth Mirror reference your role because I'm going to be dropping you as my assistant. Focus now. The audience system is divided into 3 zones: energy supply, computing, and communications. Each zone operates independently and will only be integrated via the path of erudition when the system is booted. Sending a message to Droidhead involves more intricacies than you can imagine. If routine trials and maintenance on such an elaborately sophisticated system are already as bad as squaring circles, then it's no surprise for glitches like this to crop up.
I see. So, Madam Herta, can you use your professional judgment to tell which zone the glitch is in?
Of course, all three. No sweat. They'll be up and running again after some simple technical tweaking. The 3 zones are compartmentalized, so we're going to have to troubleshoot them one at a time. Let's start with the energy supply zone. Get ready, and then we'll go over.
I'm just a mirror, Madam Herta. If you're ready, then your reflection in me will also be ready to go. Why is this energy supply zone so cold? I'm already frosting out.
Why else? I've converted the energy core that supplies all of Herta Space Station into imaginary state and stored it in this zone. If not for the ultra-low temperature here, the space station would have long blasted up into the sky.
But aren't we already in the sky?
You're just a mirror? I don't need you to take on comic relief, too. Where did those things come from? Corrupted data? Reanimated systemic rust? No, not likely. It can't be the Legion's second ambush, right? Whatever. We have to get rid of them anyway. All right, stay close and try to avoid shattering to pieces.
What is Herta's ult again? Oh, never mind. Me over here trying to get switched to her and pressing the E button.
No dirty tricks, already. Trinity is before me. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Show no mercy.
Is there any point in doing any exploring around here? All right.
Take a look. This is pure genius in action.
Doubt farewell.
Here, the thunder. Show no mercy. Was that it?
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head. Trinity is before me.
Expand your thinking.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path. Doubt farewell.
Conflict is pitiless.
And Madam Herta never fails to impress. Those things are no match for you.
A piece of cake. Now
Oh.
that this place is cleaned up, let's set everything in order and move on to the next zone.
A memory bubble?
Ma'am?
Looks like one of those memory bubbles. It's not worth that much attention. You'll find many more in other zones.
Is that so?
Okay, I love whoever the voice actor is for the mirror. That is so funny. I will say that Madame Herta's design is amazing.
What in the... How did all these disgusting bugs get in here?
We're going to need out-of-this-world computing capability if we hope to meet Droidhead. If we can't churn out calculations faster than a Yottaflot's computer, then we can forget about having them notice our existence. But computers with too high a computing capability tend to attract computing stings like them. No one knows how these creatures evolved from their progenitor, the propagation.
All the mysteries of life. But even so, they can't compare to a talking mirror. A question on the side, Madam Herta. You have these powers
matters is that they work and are able to attract droid heads' attention.
I suggest meeting Miss Ast over a chat when you have time.
Alright, just trying to get a feel for
Take a look. This is your genius in action.
how big this map is.
It's of no consequence.
Show no mercy.
Serenity is before me. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Here is thunder.
Take a look. This is pure genius in action.
Let's just make sure, because they said we'll see other memory bubbles. I don't know if there'll be like a... Sometimes they have little achievements for areas like this, so I'm like, oh, maybe if we collect all the memory bubbles, we'll be given like an extra little achievement, since they don't seem to do anything specifically.
Nothing but a boy. Expand your thinking. Watch it grow.
Doubt farewell.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Man, do I hate these bugs so much. They introduce them one time and then they're like,
Help me! Go from those bugs got onto my reflective surface.
Clean up after yourself. Can't you just wipe it off with your hands?
Ah! Good one there.
With those annoying bugs squashed, we're done fixing the computing zone too. These computers will get up to speed soon. Now we're just one final step away from requesting an audience with Droidhead.
Our last stop is the communication zone?
Oh? You have a good memory. Let's go see what's wrong in that zone.
and grab this memory bubble.
Memory bubble here too.
Why are you so interested in it?
Okay, I'll admit it. I find them somewhat creepy.
Achievements, Herta, achievements.
What's all this? I didn't think your puppets would be in here too, Madam Herta.
Unsurprisingly, the communication zone is where a bridge for communication will be formed between Droidhead and the space station. Aggregating the path energy of the erudition, then firing a bond at the Eon. This is as good as tapping someone on the shoulder who's sure to turn back to look at you. Alas, our work is never this simple. Putting aside all that onerous legwork, a single glance from Droidhead could vaporize the entire space station if we're ill-prepared.
I see. So letting the space station go into hibernation is a protective measure of sorts. To prevent it from slipping into operational overload and turning into a scrap world?
Very perceptive for a mirror.
Mirror see. And here. Mirror do. No, I neither have eyes nor ears. This zone seems to be functioning fine. These puppets are doing their job and I don't see any obvious malfunction.
Things may look fine only on the surface.
Madam Herta, behind you. Huh? What does she want?
Let me take a look. This puppet should be number 2757.
How did you tell?
Shh! Don't distract me when I'm checking the puppet's parameters. That's strange.
What's wrong? Madam Herta?
The replica personality module is off. Well, that can't be. This parameter is set to be enabled by default, and the utterly absurd module has also been disabled? Something is definitely wrong here. I checked a couple days ago and made sure every puppet has it switched on. The attack anything, everything module.
No, wait. Why? Do you even have such presets?
Is enabled. Intruder detected. Trance. Come and help me, Mirror. Anything, everything, attack!
Oh, are we gonna fight Herta?
These are hermetic remnants of the Relentless.
Or maybe
So they were the ones that corrupted and tampered with the settings of my puppets?
It's thunder!
Maybe because she was looking into Amphorius for the Trailblaze crew.
Show no mercy.
Egad! What a close shave! But why are these remembrance names even showing up here?
That's not the only one. Look at them. Number 7631 and number 10136 are affected too.
Can't you do a factory reset on them?
Sorry to disappoint. The Absolutely Not module has been enabled, so not even I get to bypass its permissions. Whoopsie.
I would love to have the Herta's hat. Like, I would just love to have that hat to wear around. Kind of her outfit too. Also, is that a hand holding her back?
What were you really trying to achieve with these creations?
Just some toys to amuse myself with. Finding the source of the corruption can wait. These puppets no longer have use now that I'm here. Take them all out. Defective goods ought to be sent back to the repair center.
I urge you to go easy on them for the sake of the space station.
Make sure we're not missing the memory bubble. Wait.
Take a look. This is pure genius in action.
Nope.
Trinity is before me.
Conflict is pitiless.
Expand your thinking. Endless riddle. Nothing but a boy.
Oh, I see the memory bubble down there. But let's just double check visually. Okay.
Take a look. This is pure genius in action.
And doubt farewell. Watch over you. And guide you on your path.
Show no mercy.
This trial is fitting. Trinity is before me.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
They're completely battered, save for their heads.
Well, never strike someone in the face. The same goes for puppets. I'm picking up signals from more puppets somewhere further in. Let's go take a look.
A memory bubble, tucked away this far in?
I think I know what this is about now. This is interesting. But we can leave that for later. Let's take care of the malfunctioning puppets first. I'm picking up signals from more puppets somewhere further in. Let's go take a look.
This is where we do the weekly boss fight against the swarm bug.
Take a look. This is number 0988. The pride of my creations.
Should I even be curious?
Puppets before her were all as dull as brick walls, mundane and uninspired. I distinctly recall number 0988 being the first puppet I imbued with a magical surprise. Some other puppets that came later also got to enjoy similar privileges.
Good to know. But did anyone ask?
Fear not, Mira. You have to remember that being a genius means you're destined to solve challenge after challenge. There's no time for rest.
Can I just be on the sidelines this time? Pretty please.
No dirty tricks, all right? Oh! Serenity is before me. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Here is thunder!
Expand your thinking. Endless riddle. Nothing but a void. Open sesame. Glimpse the unknown.
No dirty tricks, all right? Bust. Or
Oh, maybe I'll take it all.
Watch your head. Oh.
Show no mercy. Was that it?
Head down, farewell.
Conflict is pitiless.
Expand your thinking.
Watch your head.
Endless riddle. Nothing but a void.
Oh, that was close. I almost shattered.
But don't be melodramatic. Working even a single brain cell of mine to take out foes like her is an outright waste of my smarts.
I take it we've taken care of the problems in all 3 zones? Does that mean?
Not yet. There's something else we need to deal with. It seems we've had a little tag-along all this while.
You've got quite the sharp eye, Madam Herda. Would you like us to help?
Sure. Go ahead and summon the whole team for me. Considering the gravity of our endeavor, we can't allow a little thief to spoil the show. Parasite of the remembrance. Do you truly think your atrocious disguise can outwit the keen sight of a genius like myself? Once you're reflected in my mirrors.
Oh, it's the person on the express.
You can forget about escaping.
Oh dear, this is bad. Right, stay alive, and again, I can strive. Retreat into the memory zone for now. I can always regroup and try again.
Let's not say our plans out loud.
Someone hasn't been paying attention.
Herta, are you about to kill this person?
Didn't hear me, did you? For those petty tricks of yours. Do you actually think you can slip away right under my nose?
Herta. Madam Herta, wait. What do you want with me? I'll spill it all. The garden's secrets, and what they're after. Everything. Please.
Well, is that all you've got to say while your life is at stake? Well, that's hardly worth anything. Need a little refresher? I am Herda, Genius Society number 83, the one to unravel the mystery behind the imaginary leakage phenomenon, and key holder of the imaginary implosion pulse. Do you honestly believe I'd seek any counsel from you?
I...
Memo snatcher.
Hush now. Keep quiet. This is my moment to shine, so just listen. You crept in here to steal Noose's memories, didn't you? And messing with my precious audience system is just a ruse to lure me here so I can lead you to them. What a shame. You're only a step away from completing the mission assigned to you. As if. Truth is, you never stood a chance from the get-go. Think I only have fourth mirror following me around? Oh, then you've let your guard down. Because her siblings have long been watching your every move. Now, let me think. What kind of punishment should I subject a brazen thief like you to? Oh, I know. You garden folk have a fondness for mirrors, huh? How about letting you enjoy some quality time with your favorite object? A mirror.
Is she gonna stick her in a mirror? Well, that's what the image is showing, but also that's so wild.
As for the length of your punishment, let's keep it mildly punitive. How about 100th of a lifetime? That should be enough for some serious self-reflection.
I wonder how much a lifetime in their world is, because 100th of a lifetime would be like a year or less, because if 100 years is a lifetime average, right, then it'd be like 1 year, but if it's like 80, it would obviously go down to like 80% of a year. Whereas if they're talking about like because we gotten canonically that the people on the Cienjo, their average lifespan's 800 years. So if it's 100th of their lifetime, it's 8 years.
Oh, cheer up. You can still do your part for this world while trapped in a mirror. For all you know, your weak path energy could just help me get Droid Head looking this way.
Oh, I wonder if that's why. So when we're on the express, we go up to that shattered mirror to be able to interact with that, with the once a week thing. I wonder if that might be a reference to her being trapped in the mirror.
Oh, I should make myself clear. When I said 100th of a lifetime, I meant my lifetime.
Oh boy.
At long last, we can finally be at ease now that we've nipped those problems in the bud.
This is yummy.
Oh, cut that out! Those weird noises make me seem like I got a few screws loose. Put that little thief to sleep for now. We can decide her fate later.
Oh, sweet and venerable Madam Herta, when did your heart turn this tender?
The audience system has been rebooted. This is finally it. After all that I have done to reach you, Droid Head. You better not snub me.
Alright, interact with the terminal and try and speak to Noah's.
The path of space. This isn't a figment of the simulated universe, but a perfectly tangible and accessible space. Right. Now's not the time to wallow in nostalgia. Droid Head, will you answer me?
Alright, just make sure there's nothing else in here before we start moving.
Madam Herta, we picked up some voices from the space.
Let me hear them.
Voice of Path 1. 1. 11?
Is this binary arithmetic? Could it be Droid Head?
Oh, wait. No, if they're speaking in binary, let me look up binary translator. The first part was binary to text. The first part was 001, right? Like 3 zeros. Convert. And then the second one was 0011, right? I'm just trying to see if it's like actually a thing. 0011. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. Oh, it's a question mark currently. Okay. 0002. 2, 3, 2, convert. That's changed it to a question mark that's in a black triangle.
Wait. There shouldn't be a 2 in binary arithmetic. Is this some kind of prank?
So that first one was a question mark.
Madam, Herta, we're hearing those voices again. What now? What should we do?
Keep your cool, second mirror. What did they say this time? Play it again for me.
0126. Wait a minute, this door isn't locked?
Door? Locked? No. This isn't the voice of the path at all. What in the world is going on?
Madam Herta, those lads outside seem to be discussing something interesting. Wanna listen in on them?
Third mirror. Stop that nightmarish cackle. It's giving me goosebumps. Wait. Did you say those lads outside? Could it be?
Why don't you listen for yourself?
She fainted? Looks like it. This isn't right.
This isn't right. I'm sure we got intruders in the lab.
Should we rouse her, Mr. Yang? Let's do it. I'm not sure she'll be happy about it. We have no time to waste.
Wait! Stop! Whatever you're about to do, no, don't even think about it. Whoever you are, you better not interrupt me right now.
Well, he said Mr. Yang, so it's probably the trailblazing team.
I must continue forward. Just a few more steps and I'll be able to see Droid Head.
Is something wrong, Madam Herta?
No, that's nothing. I was just thinking.
Madam Herta? I think you'll want to listen to the voices from beyond this space.
I'll leave it to you then, Mr. Sunday. Oh no! My pleasure.
Wait, what are they up to?
So it's Mr. Yang and Sunday. Okay. Please pardon me, Madam Herta.
Is this the harmony? Ridiculous. Hoping to stop me with such cheap parlor tricks. Not a chance.
She easily dispelled the resonance with her subconscious mind, as expected of an emanator. Is there something else we can try?
Presumptuous fellows. Who are you to interrupt Madam Herta's experiment? Let's ignore them and keep going. We haven't seen news yet.
Forget it, Mirror. Let's just leave.
Leave? Surely you're not suggesting we stop the audience experiment right now. That's beyond all reason, ma'am. We went through so much just to get here. Now we're just one step away from making contact with the Eon themselves. Please. You know how insanely costly it is to reboot the audience system.
But if I were to ignore those two intruders and continue onward, when Droid Head casts their gaze upon the space station, the blast of energy generated in that instant is sure to burn them to a crisp. Experiments can always be repeated, but humans cannot be brought back to life. abort this prematurely again. But mark my words, Droidhead. I will be back for you.
Madam Herta? You're finally awake.
You two? Oh, my plan is ruined. And it's all thanks to you.
Uh-oh.
Your plan?
My sincerest apologies, Madam Herta. We weren't aware this was a part of your plan. The space station was in complete darkness when we arrived, so Sunday and I assumed something bad had happened. We continued further into the space station, hoping to find the cause of the blackout. And that's when we chanced upon your actual self.
How did you get in?
The door wasn't locked.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
All right, fine. I am a person of reason, after all. But you're not to blame for this. I am familiar with Mr. Yang of the Astral Express. But the one next to you?
Looks like Madam Herta doesn't pay much attention to cosmic news.
Please pardon my manners. It is unbecoming of me to forget the most basic of courtesies amid all that has happened. My name is Sunday, and I'm just a passenger of the Express.
And this, unremarkable passenger happens to be a Harmony Pathstrider? Do you take me for a child? In any case, I don't suppose you came all the way here just to check on how the space station is doing?
Well, we were worried for a moment there. But it's good to know the space station isn't in any kind of trouble. We're here because of Amphorius, Madam Herta.
Why does that not surprise me?
Oh? Something occurred to you?
No! I've told Himiko everything I know. Nothing about the world sounds right. Droidhead has cast their gaze upon numerous worlds in the past, and every one of them is etched in my mind. So how could I possibly not know about it? Perhaps those garden folks lied to you. Anyhow, I've looked up the name Amphorius in the simulated universe. Though clearly irrelevant results have already been filtered out, there's still an unbelievably long list of generated results. Something about how the Divine Amphorius team will swap out their current crest emblem for one in King Babaru's likeness in the next season. I hope that can be of some help to you.
We may as well take a look at it.
I still don't get it, though. Didn't the Astral Express already depart some time ago? Is that world so incredibly spectacular that it warrants this return trip?
Well, that's because we're caught between a rock and a hard place. If Amphorius is indeed inextricably entwined with eons, paths, and even the erudition, we're going to need the wisdom of a genius to help us, especially now that we've seen the planet for ourselves.
Elaborate a little on this rock and a hard place you're caught between.
We've lost all contact with two indispensable companions since they entered Amphorius. And that's not all. One of our other companions is suffering from a serious and inexplicable affliction.
March. Within Amphorius, at Caleb's private bath chamber. Good thing you're finally up, or that giant's light is gonna give you a sunburn. They've been this excited for a while now. What did you feed them? Says who? I'm still a cute and tiny animal, right? But come to think of it, I don't remember when the last time I ate something was. Forget it. You can skip the translation. I can somehow tell that none of that chatter is meaningful. It's almost time. The Crisis Era should be finishing up their preparations at the Vortex of Genesis. Hey, I have a question. Considering that March seems to be through an affliction, right? And March wasn't able to come down with us, but we usually have 3 characters. But this time it seems like Mim is replacing it. Mim has a very similar aesthetic to March. Could this be March's spirit? Like March's past memories in a physical entity? Let's go witness the core flames return when you're ready. Oh, okay, so we're through the entirety of the of that one chapter, and it only took us about 40 minutes, so that was a pretty short chapter. So Hero by Bear Thy Core Flame is the last chapter we need before we can start doing the events. What is this? A crystal floats by silently in midair. Goodness knows when it first appeared. In the next second, a strange feeling spreads across your chest, like a rising tide smacking you in the face. You remember everything you experienced in Forius, and those non-existent memories that you witnessed there. When the tide of memories subsides, you discover a few shattered crystal shards lying motionlessly in your hand, clear and bright. Is this a gift of destiny? There are memories from when I lived with Don Hung in the Bat Chamber. I never thought I'd see them again. The memories here are incredibly vivid. What is this? You can recall the life you led with Don Hung and Emphorius and convert them into fixed amounts of memory crystal shards. Refreshes at the beginning of each week. Oh. Nifty.
It's still early. Where to now?
We're only missing...
Oh, majesty of the 12 titans, pillars of the world.
We're only missing
We
one...
seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy.
We're only missing one Eidolon location, because we have 3. The 2 of them are in that book. So I wonder if once we get through this, if the fountain will update and we'll be able to get the last one we're missing.
Your guests are here, Phainon. We can begin the ritual now.
We made it.
Lord Mighty isn't here yet.
It's fine, Miss Caceres. He spoke to me already. I told him he should be nurturing his wounds, that he shouldn't be worrying about all this comrades once-in-a-lifetime ascension ritual stuff. So, I'm ready to begin.
Teacher, show him the way forward.
Despite the myriad dark and endless nights that have gone by, the guidance of the prophecy is nevertheless as clear and bright as the first ray of dawn. Overthrow the gods, it declared. Restore the core flames, it declared. Bear the divine authority, it declared. Forge miracles, it declared. O prophecy, forgive us for this late tribute. We, Chrysos Eris, have striven to start the flame chase journey anew over these myriad nights. The seeds we sowed have finally yielded a good harvest. The 7th core flame needed for the miracle that once belonged to the great lance of fury, Nikador, shall now be returned by an elected hero of the Chrysos heirs, an upstanding citizen, a valiant warrior, and a noble soul. Please step forward, Phainon of Ides Elysiae. fight with us.
O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world.
Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Surrender the core flame, Chrysosair.
Click and hold to submit the core flame and complete your objective. I think this is Nikador's symbol down here. Yeah.
The Lance of Fury's constellation is illuminated. Why is the vortex this silent? Was it also like that in the past?
Patience, Phainon. Do not make us question this decision.
Lord Nias? I'm afraid he's not the person you know, Casterus. That is a manifestation of the prophecy, an echo of the Titan's divinity. It is here to examine the Titan's successor. Mortal, who wishes to inherit my divine authority, your strength and character have been thoroughly tested. Yet your will wavers. If you are to inherit Nikador's relentless fight against the unspeakable Black Tide, you must accept a trial of divinity. Prove that you possess an indestructible will, and vanquish the fears deep in your heart.
Vanquish the fears in my heart. So be it. No matter what obstacles you plan to put in my way, I'm ready to overcome them. For our prophesied tomorrow, I will become the god Amphorius needs.
Come with me, Phainon of Aegis Elysiae.
In fear, you shall abandon your mortal body, and in suffering, be reborn as a god. Wait for my return, my friend.
Of course.
Lord Phainon is gone? He has stepped onto the battlefield to fight a campaign that can only be won by him alone. All we can do is wait and have faith.
Okay, what a mysterious ritual. Is there really nothing we can do but wait? I don't know about the rest of them, but I don't like to just sit by and wait for my fate to be decided. Let me just... Ripples start to form in the bowl, rolling endlessly. The murmuring waters whisper of revelry. The undulating tidal patterns like tiny waves, like the small spaces become a roiling ocean. Ah, absolute bliss, 'tis the pinnacle of bliss. Such long-awaited satisfaction. Thank you, my dear. This ambrosia has sobered me up a little. The visage of your reflection is so good-looking that I can't help but to get all stirred up. Time. How long has passed? Ornyx, you move fast. The starry sky. I see. She still hasn't given up. You are also a fool in this banquet. Dance hard then, indulge hard, waste time hard, little fishy that wants to swim to tomorrow. When your banquet ends, the absurdity that you will see when you sober up will be the price of buying inuberation. Ambrosia, ambrosia. The tide's voice is languid once more, its words fragmented like water splashes. It seems this basin's desire for liquid is insatiable, an ever unquenchable patron of ambrosia. I imagine what it's stating there is that we're being tricked. Like, it is acknowledging that we're being tricked in some manner, and so it's like, hey, you're gonna get to the end of this and see that you are being tricked, and once you understand the level of like what you have done, you're gonna be sad, essentially. What is this? A treasured gadget tool that can be used indefinitely. After use, one basic treasure's location will be displayed on the Amphorius map. Oh, it's to help you treasure seek. That's cool. So I wasn't able to fully max it out again. But it did pretty good, 5 levels. Alright, let's talk to Casterus.
I say you truly are prepared, Lord Phainon. I spoke at length with Lord Phainon before. There was hesitation in his words. The manifestation of the prophecy must have seen this. It saw Lord Phainon's heart wavering. Wherever he is, whatever he is fighting, I pray he makes it through this test.
I hope so too. Tree or Phainon? Looks like she fell asleep. Presiding over the ritual must take quite a toll.
Phainon steers his own fate. If he can conquer his fear and return as a demigod, we will be one step closer to the miracle that the prophecy promised.
And if he can't?
You must have noticed by now. Every Chrysos heir here bears a flaw of sorts. Be it the curse of immortality, or the constant erosion of their humanity, or... But not Phainon. He is a Chrysos heir without flaw. A perfect vessel for divinity.
I think that you all are overestimating him or like putting him too much on a pedestal, which might be the entire cause of his issues because he feels he has to live up to that.
There will come a day when he leads everyone we have left, through the gates of the miracle.
Oh, is that why Mighty calls him the Deliverer?
Still too late, huh? The constellation of the Lance of Fury is already illuminated. That must mean...
The core flame has been surrendered. The Lord Phainon's test isn't over yet. Prophecy sent an ambassador. They acknowledged Lord Phainon's strength and character, but had doubts about his strength of will. He must conquer his fear and prove himself to the prophecy.
I was right to be worried. I want to formally thank you, outsiders. Were it not for your aid, our campaign against Nikador would have been 100 times more arduous.
Yeah, but see, this is why I'm like really concerned about, like, I still fully believe that Mighty would have been a better choice for Nikador's flame than Phainon. Cause like, he definitely has the willpower and whatnot. Like, I feel like Phainon should have been the core flame bearer of a different Titan.
Kremnoans revere strength and military might. That does not mean we lack etiquette.
Mighty, what do you mean when you said you were worried?
They don't know yet. That guy has always been tormented by his past. I may not be the right person to tell you about him. but you must know his past if you are to continue fighting alongside Phainon.
Lord Mighty, please allow me.
Very well.
Before he was chosen by the prophecy, Lord Phainon had everything taken away from him. His home, his family, his close friends. Everything he once swore to protect. He became a hollowed shell in his youth, and the blazing flames of vengeance were the only thing sustaining him. The prophecy gave him a new mission, granting him a new life as a chrysosaur. But which is more important to him? His new mission, or his desire for revenge?
Interesting.
I'm afraid only he knows. No. Perhaps he himself is still struggling to get to an answer.
I acknowledge his strength, but fear is something not even the sharpest of swords can cut through. I hope you've toughened your resolve, Deliverer. Only a will as tough as stone can shatter the darkest nightmares.
I'm a little bit concerned by everybody. Like, it doesn't feel like storyline-wise with the fact that everybody's, like, doubting him slightly. Or that everyone's worried that he's just gonna come out of this being like, I did it, guys. Like, it feels like something's gonna go wrong.
Is something wrong? Don't keep me in suspense. Come on, tell me already. What did you see?
I just wanted to get a reaction out of you. Alright, I'll tell you. This card is the Deliverer.
Deliverer? What does that mean?
The interpretation is really long. Maybe I should just skip it. All you need to know is, this card means you'll be a hero, worshipped by all. You will protect this world and save lots and lots of people from scary enemies with your sword. Do you like the sound of that?
But...
What's the matter? This is a good card.
Is that March? Question mark?
But I don't want to be everyone's hero. I just want to stay in this village with everyone I know. Grandpa and Grandma said the outside world is full of bad people. That's why they're always at war. Who wants to save bad people like them? I can be a hero, but only our village's little hero.
Well, little hero, if the day comes for us to say goodbye to ID Zelizii, could you become a deliverer then?
Do I have to leave the village?
If something like that happens, someone will have to save the world.
Then I'll...
I'm just teasing you. Don't worry. ID Zelizii is a peaceful place. Bad people won't reach us here. Are you going home already? If you're not in a hurry, should we go play with the fairies again?
Oh, fairies! Okay, I love playing with them. I'll win back the wooden sword I lost to them.
Look at how excited that got you. Let's go then. May this world never have need for a deliverer.
Ooh. Some system hours ago aboard the Astral Express. Pom Pom, have you prepared our meals already?
Of course the food's ready. March isn't feeling well, so Pom Pom has specially prepared the conductor's special bland meal that'll be easy on her stomach. Can you bring it to her, Himiko?
Gladly. Why don't we also get her a...
No coffee when she's already feeling unwell.
I guess you're right. Oh, Dr. Ratio. And Ron May. March, I'm coming in okay. Uh-oh. To be continued. Dun dun dun.
It's still early. Where to now?
Oh, it only took an hour and a half to get through the other 2 chapters. Okay. I was stressing out, guys, about completing that and then also getting the events done. Like, I was stressing. So the fact that only took an hour and a half, I was stressing myself out for no reason. Oh, okay, there's the 4th one. Nameless recollection. In that dawn-kissed city-state, a hero from the Outlands joined the ranks of the Flame Chase. Inspirations born from the journey are to be penned in the pages of a book. Nameless recollection popped into your mind. Oh, so we have a book kind of like Pinacone. Like, we can access it anywhere is what I mean. Oh, okay, so we have lots of people's cards. Alright, let's start with Castresses. Those flame-chasing people, those forgotten stories as I've written. Let's turn the auto thing off if it's on. It is not. Cool. I see a sword that grants death, a shackle of destiny next to the silver-haired girl worships at the Demise's hollow. The sword stained with unknown blood lying scattered and snapped, the shackle chained pale wrist dotted in thickening rust. The priest asked with a shaking voice, upon whose fingertips will the butterfly perch? The girl never answers, like death itself, reached in silent solemnity. People often say that dying is to meet the palm of the hand of shadow, and dreaming is to be brushed by their fingers a little. In the mirages, when the girl petted death, she sees black waterfalls foaming in bellow, pouring down from a chasm in the sky where a solitary tower withstands torrents sallow. When she wakes, she can still feel the water's freezing touch and the canopies billow, like the wail of the dead, the howls of the beast, and confusion, delirium, and clamors hollow. The girl's embrace is not meant for the living. Thousands have entered the eternal sleep in her arms, granting to the dead solace and dignity. She mentions a ferocious warrior feared in battle. She did not go with a smile, but to me she cursed.
She did not go with a smile, but to me she cursed. Oh.
How ugly you are, how despicable. And from that day on she adorned herself, her dress white as a radiant moon, became always dotted with flowery petals.
For if death cannot be avoided, I wish it could contain beauty more plentiful.
Among the manifold rites about death, the one she knows with most intimacy are burial rites. With most intimacy? Okay. One burial of unfamiliar countenance after another wherever she presided, with the angelic visage of a babe passing the cradle to the despairing eyes of a mother drowning in sorrow. From the scars of a war-battered general's torso to the unending tears pouring from his bereaved widow. Yet she remembers not a single living human she has seen. Even in the mirror she thinks her own face strange, with an alien glow. In the countless worlds buried in a forgetfulness, the only thing she manages to gleam is a mockery to fate, a sarcastic whistle.
Alive.
When she cast aside the shackles and stepped beyond Adonia, a deja vu most violent seizes her hold. Did she perchance conduct some previous escape? Illusions dance across her eyes. She has once drifted in an endless river, then drove her single boat out of the deluge. She has wandered in the battlefield covered in corpses, then recovered the path back to life. Why must she escape over and over again? She now knows the answer and quivers, for it is the ludicrous surmise. The woman embodying death walks this world only because she knows she must stay alive. But alas, at that time she knows not. The death is not the end, and it cut me off. Those flame-chasing people, those forgotten stories, as I have written. The Nameless Hero. In Amphorius, untitled statues are a prevalent sight. As for the inspiration behind these statues, they are said to be the clay figures that Kefali made at the world's creation. They made clay figures in their likeness, bestowed upon them the breath of life, and allowed the golden divinity of their blood to course through. Thus, the very first mortals roamed the earth, receiving the god's mercy while realizing the sorrows of this world. In front of a statue, the people of the Holy City beheld a man. Phainon of Idesius Elysiae. He never spoke of his origins, only using this name to nonchalantly identify himself.
Not really his name, is it?
People cast sidelong glances at him, and their minds swirling with doubt. The man merely responds with a breezy smile and either confirming or disproving their speculation. Phainon is a soldier, one with divinity coursing through his veins. Responding to the Gold Weaver's rallying call, he traveled long and far to reach the Holy City, eager to bring light to the hero's path.
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, where life too seems as small as a speck of dust.
Ballads reach him through the breeze as though soft voices meant for him, and he responds in kind.
No matter. My existence is of little consequence.
Idesius Elysiae, this man's hometown, shrouded in secrecy, just like his past. Some have searched for the distant village, yet found it neither written about nor passed down through song. In every nostalgic reflection, the man crafted a vision of paradise with his exquisite poetry. Yet within the ancient texts of the Holy City, the history of that frontier village remains more obscure than the days to come. In the far-off future, the land of Emphorius will bear the marks of the hero's footsteps. With his sword in hand, the man will inscribe an eternal mark in the Chrysos epic. Yet his real name may never be heard in the world
Losses
again.
Are a constant on the flame chase journey.
Some too losing themselves at the very beginning of their journey. That's not ominous at all. My predictions. Ooh, we're getting some words. Gown, telepathic connection, seamless garden, dressmaker, children, maze, godweaver, smile, seamless garment. Is that it's not gonna go well. Phainon is not going to be able to defeat his demons, and that's gonna be something bad that's gonna happen, right? Like if you fail the test, something bad is obviously gonna happen. Whether that means he gets stripped of his Chrysos air powers or something, I don't know, maybe he gets corrupted? Question mark. A lot of people I've seen have been speculating that person that we thought was like a 5-star version of Sampo might be Phainon if he fails this task. Like that will be he like gets corrupted kind of deal. And I imagine because like each of our different stages we've had a character that's been corrupted either by a Stellaron or by something else. Usually it's a Stellaron like behind all of it, or at least powering it. And so I imagine if Phainon fails this task, which I imagine he will for the story purposes, that he'll get corrupted, and then one of the things we have to do is we have to essentially go on this path to fight him, and then we will help him face his journey, like his hometown, question mark. Either that will be like have to do something with March, like maybe the March is that woman or that girl from Phainon's memories, or phrases. Sunday will be a good use because Sunday with the harmony is good at going in and like helping people like deal with their past and whatnot. So okay, it's the same thing on that first bit every time. Oh, we get 2 parts for Trebos. In a corner of Akama, the newly arrived traveler stops for a moment. He rubs his eyes. 1,
1, 2, 3. There's 3 identical children?
Never heard of triplets? The 3 children have differing smiles. One is beaming, one has a shrewd grin, and one is smiling serenely, yet each of them looks just as mysterious as the other 2.
Welcome to the Holy City. We will show you the way forward.
Trebos. This name has been mentioned for some time, has not been mentioned. Only the elderly priests of Ianopolis know the true significance of this name.
Priest, please guide us once again as we spread our wings on this long journey.
As music from his hometown plays, the smiling children gather around the old man. They wish that the twilight breeze would carry away all tales of sadness. The end times looms like a dark cloud, hanging over the holy city's residents and shrouding them with worry.
Do you need our help?
Like torches dancing in the wind, the children illuminates the alley. They wipe away the woman's tears. Babies sleep amidst the whispers. On the windowsill of those in prayer, their light footsteps remain. The citizens call them, yet they simply shake their heads.
There's no need to be so somber. How about we play a game together? Guess who we are?
The three soared and landed in front of the townsfolk. An old man says.
No, we're Treenan.
Treenan is the quietest of the trio.
Treenan?
A young girl asks.
Wrong. We're actually Trian.
Trian is the most spirited of the trio. So Treenan, Trian, Treeby.
Then you must be Treeby.
A child shouts.
You're right. Good job.
Treeby is enthusiastic as she is adorable. It matters not whether they can tell the trio apart. The most important is their sincere smiles.
We will show you the path to take.
The children fly ahead, guiding the lost back to the main road. I'm just trying to make sure that the thing's not going to talk. So you literally show people the right path to take?
You merely took a wrong turn.
The children flew before me. It was rare to see them so
However,
quiet.
There are many more unfortunate souls who have lost their direction in life.
There was once a dying soldier on the battlefield who wished to bid farewell to his lover in a distant city far away. The child leaned towards the soldier and said nary a word as she listened to his final words of comfort. As for the other two children, they were in the city beside a bed upon which a woman was laying in eternal rest, wailing uncontrollably. Not only do the three children share each other's senses, their souls are also interconnected. When one is filled with grief, the other two will burst into tears as well.
Perhaps we should tell you some happy tales instead.
Our greatest, the child wipes away her tears of remembrance.
Performing Amphorius's nursery rhymes.
But those nursery rhymes have been told over and over that any literate child could recite them by heart.
Rude.
The child gently flicks my forehead.
You should be reflecting on the nursery rhyme author's heartfelt intentions instead.
In this lush land by God's chosen, giants raise their glasses and toast. People commonly see the children riding on enormous flaming torches, looking like shooting stars blazing through the holy city.
Dangerous.
Old man worrily wishes the children to stop.
Treenan.
The quiet child shakes her head.
Trian.
The exuberant child raises her hands.
Stop nagging.
The mischievous child pouts.
Play with something I've created?
Every child in the world loves to play, and Trebios is no exception. Every child in the world is afraid of pain, yet Trebios tried to act tough.
Initially, there were many more of us. The others have merely gone one step ahead.
The children swore that they were already adults, yet when they carelessly hit the city gate, they cried out in pain together. The tripartite prophecy is but a distant ritual, and the Chrysos War is a painful dream. Echoes from the Gate of Infinity occasionally jolt her awake, and the distant travels of her identical sisters sometimes inspire uncertainty within her. A new journey only begins when the previous one comes to an end. Despite time marching forward endlessly, the children always manage to stay true to their hearts. They are all the remains of one another, their senses intertwined and their souls connected. Oh, it'll fill in this bit here. Interesting. New word. We got priest, gold weaver, imperfect object. Okay, we got 2 parts for her too. Okay, let's see. Akama, a city that warriors look back upon before marching towards the battlefield. The holy city, the sanctuary of all citizens. Just as the poets and cities have sung, the epitome of
magnificence, unbounded benevolence.
And the beauty of the holy city is like Aglaia herself, dressed in finery and of noble birth. She is the dressmaker of Akama and the one who weaves the golden threads.
But there's one thing she'll never be able to achieve.
A jealous whisper can be heard.
She will never be able to produce something seamless.
Golden threads quiver and a gentle wind rustles by her ear. She maintains her silence, but others fan the flame. Is that so hard? Her scissors and rulers are better than any garment maker, sculpting forms as perfect as the gods themselves.
Grace our eyes with your most elegant creation.
Ingratiating words do not sit well with me, nor do duplicitous machinations.
Her gaze flits across the stoa, equally regarding every member of the public. They used to wonder, how exactly do her eyes perceive if something is beautiful or not? As with the holy city that's perpetually bathed in light, how do people tell apart cozy mornings and frosty nights? For the weaver, the answer lies in her golden threads. Golden threads of the goddess of romance now serve as her hands and eyes. The colors of the world, entwined with the undertones of human hearts, come flooding towards her. These golden threads are no less prideful than the master they now belong to.
Thread has form, it is enough to craft seamless finery.
Be it stitched finely or tightly or cut cleanly with a single stroke.
Hardly a challenge. None of these pose a challenge.
The rhyme rolls off like seams, like a soft sigh from lips. The one who weaves a golden gaze passes me, fixed on something much further, the network of threads and the entwine of all between the heaven and earth. The only challenge that she relentlessly dedicates herself to is... Oh, I guess she's not gonna say that part. Weaving the fate of Akama is what it said. A long line stretches across the square. Merchants and shopkeepers and even high society elite all lined together without distinction. At the head of the line was the path to Aglaia's abode. Is the holy city's fashion trendsetter going to reveal her newest masterpiece?
She's about to get rid of her failed pieces.
Now I see why the holy city is free of worries. Even as the end nears, they're still obsessed with lavish clothing.
New to Akama, a visitor from elsewhere ends up utterly bewildered at the sight. It is said that a family of priests who worship Minesta go way back, but with the weaver. But her impeccable gifts for weaving isn't meant to serve anyone's pursuit for pleasure. What was once a sacred duty was misunderstood by the beauty-obsessed who mistook fallen shreds for priceless treasures.
Are flawed creations really still worth people's adoration?
The weaver shakes her head. She seems to have forgotten something, and it's precisely the flawed hero who walks ahead of the crowd, who casts a long shadow over the world and who strides towards the everlasting daylight. I feel like this is a reference to Phainon, especially because she has forgotten something, because she called Phainon flawless amongst them, but he is flawed. He is not able to move past his revenge. There are nevertheless people whom the weaver is willing to sue and tailor for. Her conditions are beauty sharp as a blade in the pursuit of beauty. That feels like a reference to our boy who travels all the lands, the Knight of Beauty, Argenti himself. You know what I mean?
Me! I want to be showered with a thunderous ovation and lots of flowers.
A melodramatic poet speaks out.
Stir her emotions.
The voice of a blushing young boy.
Do I fit the bill?
My sister and I are
refugees from the abyss. I want to get a pair of shoes for her.
A seated child speaks up. Next to him is a barefooted girl, staying silent with her head kept low. Unfortunately, golden threads are willful things. They are never swayed by sympathy or pity. As tense and worried look surfaces on the young child's countenance, the specks of dirt on his face brought back memories of a past encounter. The weaver begins.
Go to the 3 children in the city.
As messengers of Yanis, they will bring him the shoes he hopes for. Pure Fiction or Everlasting History was what that achievement was called. Interesting. Okay, so as we meet all the Chrysos heirs, they'll fill in over the spot that they're meant to, like, take on the core flame for. Kalis, I've been wondering, did you used to take breaks during your travels? I believe in work-life balance. It seems like Inforis's hectic days are winding down. Why not take a moment to unwind in the bath chamber? It's really relaxing. There might be new stories for a while. I'll wait patiently for these enchanting tales right here in Dreamland. You're coming back, aren't you? Thank you. Listening to Kalis' tell stories always brightens my day, even if it's not a daily treat. I always look forward to it. Until next time, Kalis. Oh, okay. Oh, does that get us all of our Eidolons? Yeah, because we got one for finishing up the thing, and then we just got 2 for reading the book. Yeah, so... Never mind, I thought it would take longer to get that. Okay, well, we have E6 Remembrance Kalis now. I'm concerned for Phainon's fate. Let's grab those achievements we just got. Discover a strange crystal after obtaining the power of remembrance. Discover the sprite within a book. And after reading the first 7 segments of the story, you'll fall deep into thought. And then return the core flame of strife and wait for Phainon's return. And we have finished the chapter up till now. It did say that an interlude was happening, so maybe in this next update we're not going to be able to get the next bit of Phainon's story. We'll probably get like a subset. I wonder if it'll be with Herta, since we had that short chapter with the Herta. Now, as you all know, I usually get this Nameless Glory path once I hit level, what is it, like 50? Because the last level is just credits. Yeah, but I went back through it. So this used to be, in my opinion, a pretty good buy once you got to level 50. But they, as time has gone on, they've made like subtle changes to it. So this used to have way more pulls in it, you know what I mean? But they've slowly been replacing it with other stuff. And so now it's mostly, it's got 3 pulls. It does not have Stellar Jade in it at all anymore. And then it's all just stuff to like make your relics better. And not anything else. And so I'm like, what's the point in buying that then? We got some messages. Little Gray, are you free right now? What is it? Are we busting monsters or people? 30% discount for you. No rush, just a little favor we'd like to ask. When we woke up today, our favorite book was gone. We couldn't find it anywhere. Trianne is about to cry. Trianne did not. Oh me, oh my, at this point we'll have to find a diviner to help. I thought you knew how to do that. It's not the same. Different fate titans bring different prophecies. There's a super duper mega ultra powerful diviner in Akima called Fiestia. Allegedly she can tell the future just by dreaming. However, due to some past circumstances, it's not advisable that we meet her. So, Little Gray, please, please, please. All 3 of us said please, so you must go, alright? And then Aglaya. Esteemed guest, are you near the Droma's workshop? It seems a commotion has broken out there. Do you think you can go and take a look? I can't get away at the moment. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Thank you, I'll leave you to it. Alright, please refrain from mentioning my name. Thank you, esteemed guest. Got some side missions. Alright, so the thing, let's go do the things that have been stressing me out, thinking I won't get to them in time.
It's still early. Where to now?
Alright, and so if you have not found them, because I kept overlooking this violently. If you need to do the Droma like ride to get that last thing, this is a bus stop for the Dromas, and if you ring this, a Droma will come up which you can board and then ride on.
Okay, that's good enough.
There seem to be more guests in the Grand Bats lately.
A single cushion catches your attention. Its presence seems clearly out of place with its surroundings. Under your careful observation, you notice that the surface of the cushion is a little strange. Logically, a cushion should be soft inside, but this cushion has something very hard sticking out of it. You decide to... After great effort, you finally manage to tear off the cushion's cover as a scroll falls out from inside. Scroll of Mysterious Rites. Seeker of Wisdom, obey the Codice of Circes. Earth-nourishing quintessence. In the fine writing, Georgios Ferdostoil. Spring of Life's Blessing. In fine writing, Fagoises? Sacred Filter. Bestowal of Wisdom Inherence. In fine writing, Circe's Tree Seed. Offering 'neath the giant tree, the Eye of Wisdom will examine your devotion and bestow a reward. A simple but strange pattern is drawn on the base of the scroll. An eye forms of branches staring at a divine statue ensnared in vines. From the content recorded inside, it seems there are instructions for some kind of mysterious ceremony attached with notes made by disciples. The scroll has aroused your curiosity, though you have experienced all sorts of summoning ceremonies inside Akuma. This will be the first time that you have experienced personally from the beginning. Will you try it? Having made up your mind to carry out the ceremony personally, you begin to carefully study the contents of the scroll. The ceremony initiation requires 3 types of objects. You notice that something is gilded at the bottom of the scroll. The patterns of the 3 items are embedded in gold stamps. You pick up the scroll and walk a few steps, noticing that the light on the surface is constantly changing with your movements. You finally understand that this thing is used for. It's silently telling you that the 3 ceremonial items are nearby. Perhaps they have been hidden away by the disciples. You may be able to find something if you search carefully.
More guests in the Grand Bats lately.
Secret ceremony. Okay, we will do that later. Ooh.
Is that all?
In fire writing, a sacred pillar? What am I supposed to do with this? It says I'm near one, but it's not letting me like interact with anything. Okay. Hello, esteemed Outlander. Was that photo of Castum Criminus helpful to you? That's good to hear. I've always felt somewhat guilty towards you, so knowing I've been able to help eases my mind. Though Lady Aglaia has forbidden me from further exploring the world beyond the sky, my curiosity remains unabated. If you're interested, feel free to chat with me anytime. I'd be so delighted to share my latest discoveries with you, esteemed Outlander. Where did you, I mean, you're right. Daemonis, I can't remember, have discovered a superb business opportunity lying just outside the walls of the Holy City. Do you want to join in, hero? If we get our hands on it, we will surely become the trailblazers of the new era. Great fortune is awaiting us. I hear you're from a world beyond the sky, so you might not know this, but the Holy City used to span across far greater lands than what you see now. A long time ago, countless allied cities existed around Akuma, in the same way that Aronex's stars surround the Dawn device. Akuma was a true eternal city back then. People did not think of it as their city, but rather a motherly figure. When one stood on top of the hill and looked outward, everything we could see was our territory. Then the black tide raged stronger, and the areas within the city walls became the only safe place, while the other regions gradually grew deserted. Rather than protecting such a vast territory, isn't it more feasible to fall back and defend just the city walls? But I guess also thanks to these events of the past that we had the opportunity to strike it rich. When Nikador was still active, everything beyond the walls of the Holy City was living under the Mad King's shadow. Their giant spear even sent some states buried several feet into the ground. We're not going to reach those places for sure. His Titankins are beginning to die down now that you've defeated the Mad King, making this the perfect time to go on an adventure. The ancient city may be in utter ruin by now, but I'm not sure some parts of them managed to remain as they were, say places that have been buried underground. I found an underground palace beneath the ancient hypogeum around here a while back. Just dig up those treasures, you can stand however long you want in the Holy City. Heck, you can even buy whatever you want here. A massive underground building complex that was likely used as a vault to store valuable items and safeguarded with defense mechanisms that may still be functioning. In any case, our plan is simple. I'll lead the way and you can sort out whatever mechanisms that remain, and when we finally get to the treasures, we can split them 3 to 7. Huh? I'm getting 70%. The 30% is yours. I'm not going then. Oh, alright. Admit that we can't do this without you, but the same goes for me. Let's both compromise and agree on an equal split. Fine. Excellent. That's why I like working with people like you. I already have an ideal route to go around the city walls. Let's set off now. This is a map I drew of the hypogym, all the rooms. It is said that the hypogym goes very deep, but we still have exploring the shallower levels. As this is your first time delving down below, just follow after me. So are we actually going to a secondary space, or is it just going to show me the puzzle? With Deimos' guidance, you have to a vassal city. Okay. We're here based on my previous scouting of the area. This should be the way into the hypogeum. Yanis' power supposedly protects this place. It used to be a shelter used to resist the black tide, but years later... That's to be expected. They were built around the same period, after all. It's a pity that people back then ended up abandoning this hypogeum before it could serve its purpose. People later realized that the black tide does not retreat once it takes over a location, so even the most robust of shelters would not hold out for long. Rather than making themselves comfortable somewhere safe while waiting for the death to claim them, they decided they should prevent the disaster from even occurring. So it only stands that there's a high chance of finding valuable treasures in here, provided we can break its seal. See that thing over there? That's a prophecy tablet, a creation of Ornyx. Its containment mechanism is the very thing keeping this gate locked. This should actually be the authority of Yanis, but seeing how close the 3 Titans of Fate were, I guess it does make sense for them to share their powers. Anyhow, as long as the tablet is active, we're not going to be making any progress. Since you're a hero who fought along the crisis areas, I assume it wouldn't be difficult for you to break this seal. I'll be waiting for good news then. Yes, yes, yes. I know how this works. Oh, it opened. I knew I had to bring you along. I wouldn't have been able to open it on my own. Alright, I have no idea what we're going to encounter once we walk in there, though, but that's the spirit of adventuring. Just the thought of it excites me. Okay, so it just teleports you into the next room. Got it. Okay, prophecy tablet's done. Now for my favorite one, the golden scapegoat. You head deeper. Oh god. As expected, here's another door, and along with it, yet another seal. But this one looks like a creation of Giorios. Why is it here? I can only recall that people pray to Gyorus when they're farming or riding pack beasts. I've never heard of a Gyorus being able to seal off caves before, yet when something involves the whims of the Titans, who can really tell? Anyway, you should first try and see if you can break the seal. We can still flee if anything goes awry. Oh, this one's super easy. I can't believe you succeeded again. Perhaps this place isn't as well defended as I had imagined. Let's continue onward. Hopefully there will still be some items in this place valuable enough for us to bring back. Let's see, we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, next one. All right, we have 4, 3, 4. Easy peasy. Hand of Zagreus. Oh, there's only 2. Interesting. Oh, it's really quite spacious here. In fact, it's comparable to the size of the Holy City as it is nowadays. I can't believe such a place could be located within a tiny ancillary town. The architectural craftsmanship of those days was truly advanced. Of course, even as far back as the Chryso War period, Akama has always been undisputed eternal city. Let's see, let's set this discussion aside for now. Do you see those complicated paths? It seems that this progressing onward won't be as easy as a task as before. The door here is sealed just like all the other rooms, and yet there's a silver lining. Look over there, it's the Hand of Zagreus. According to legend, the object was created by Zagreus, the trickery titan. Although it can grab heavy objects, only people of sufficient talent can control it. There are so many gold coins here. This must be related to the stealing test. I guess we just need to steal enough coins for the seal to unlock. I don't have the kind of talent to activate this thing. You want to give it a try? Yep. Alright. With the seal dispelled, the path to the deeper parts of the Hypogam is open once more. Although this is not the first time I've seen this item, I'm still curious about one thing. Can such an enormous hand really be used for theft? If that's the case, then assassins can be considered to have accomplished their infiltration by eliminating all witnesses. Zagreus is a terrifying titan indeed. Well, it looks like the atmosphere has livened up quite a bit. Let's press on then. Alright, next one. Oh, there are way more coins in this one. Okay. There are 45. Ooh boy. Alright. And then if we just literally wait here, it'll give us all the coins. Now, if there was a time limit of like, you only have X amount of time to get all the coins, I'd be concerned, but if it's just literally the coin collection itself. Alright, where are we missing coins? Ah, there they are. Ah. I see them up there. Is there any more? Doesn't look like it. Okay, and then Oryx's Miracle. Past this area should be the vault where treasures should be stored. By estimating how far we've traveled, it seems like we're close to our goal. Keep going for a while longer, buddy, for victory is at hand. I merely have a sense of foreboding. After all, my previous efforts have all come to naught. Hopefully this time my efforts will bear fruit. It looks like we can't pass through this area directly. Do you have any ideas? So you'll use the Tomb of Miracles to zip back and forth. Carefully above, this is absolutely... You'll just zip back and forth between past and future to... Yes, I know how the bridge works. Is there anything below? No. Although the door is open, you don't proceed onward without hesitation like you did before. But carefully above, is there an end to this? If we wish to explore all of them, it'll take us more than 3 lifetimes to do so. Now that I think about it, if there really was something valuable here, surely it wouldn't still be lying around here for us to pick up. Daemonius sinks into despondency, just like the time when he was first told that the world beyond the sky didn't actually exist. In fact, you can practically hear his dreams shattering into pieces. You're right, since I'm already here, I owe it to myself to see this through to the end. However, if we're to continue onward, I don't think I'll be of much help. Perhaps I should just stay by the entrance and act as a lookout. That way, if I spot any approaching monsters, I'll be able to warn you in time. You have so much trust in me. I'm truly touched. Well then, let's look forward to our continued cooperation, dear hero. If you find anything valuable in there, just keep it with you for now. Be careful, for some of the upcoming paths may not merely lead further underground. If you encounter any danger, just run back to the entrance and find me. Okay, and this one's more complicated. Yes, I know. I've been doing these puzzles. Let's see. Anything I need to do over here before it unlocks? No. Because I see that. I'm assuming we're trying to get to that. Alright. Miracle Orb. Going to ignore that for a while. Yes, I understand how it works. I've been doing this. Unless you have changed up the puzzle mechanics, I have been doing this for a hot minute. Over 10 hours, kind of hot minute. Okay, nothing special around. Okay, R. and then back, and then switch back to the old area. Perfect. Okay, the path to deeper hypogem is open. I've also updated our map. Take care, the seals in these rooms are much stronger and dangerous. I am praising all above that this is like fast. Because some of these like sub events take like 9 years, I swear, to play. So give me one moment, I'm updating something. Okay. So let's burn through these real fast. I like how I was like, I'm not gonna do these on stream, and yet here I am. They're pretty quick, I would say. This one, that one. If we hit the 3-hour mark and I'm not done, I will probably end the stream and do them off stream, but it's only been 2 hours, so it's fine. At least the time I was given for the construction doesn't happen for like another 2 hours, so I should be good. Oh, I see what I need to do. Do that, and then... Nope. Give me that. Alright, let's... What do we have to work with? So obviously this will go over all of it. And then probably that. And then that. Good. That's all those puzzles. Let's do the scapegoat one now. Okay, I have 5 pieces. So I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. Perfect. Oh, I wonder if the scapegoat represents Phainon, right? He's being chased by his past kind of deal, which could be the black goat kind of deal. I might be just pulling that out of thin air, but it's just a thought. Or even the Chrysos heirs as a whole, like they think they're going forward, but really it's like that could be the Black Tide also. It's another option. Alright, so I have 6, and I need them to be here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I just gotta make sure I don't get... Perfect. Okay, so I need to drop here. I have 7. I need to get it there. So what if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Okay, easy peasy. The real issue would just not be getting hit by the goat. Or the ram, I guess, technically. Okay. Hands of Zagreus. Oh, those coins are like booking it. Okay. Yeah, considering these things go on like a set path, as long as you're just patient, they'll show back up. Oop. Okay, that seems to be all of them. Okay, so it wants to remind me about the punching action. Okay, I wondered where the last ones were. Initial D. Man, if only we could jump. Okay. Is there any other place it can rotate to? No. Okay. Oh, don't see anything else over there. Oh, there are 3 chests on this one. Okay. Okay, we have the book. We have a rotational one. I can't get over there. Is this a down? It is a down. Okay. And then platform, platform. Okay, and then that one over there. Got it. Get a lay of the land before starting the puzzle. Actually, I bet I need to have this engaged. How does this change the appearance of things?
Is that all?
Alright, so that's one of them. The other 2 are over there. Alright, first let's go get the one that's way over here. Okay. Let's do that for a minute. And then switch this one to look at that. So that'll let me get the one that's up here. And then there's one up here as well. Okay, that makes sense.
Looks good.
Does it rotate? It does not. Okay. Let's rotate some stuff around again. So this one needs to be here. And this one needs to be there. And since we have the one up top activated, we can get through the other rock. Here. Alright, as the final seal is broken, the initially chaotic paths merge into one. Wait, there really is a hidden room? This place is even more classic than I imagined it to be. Regardless, since you explored a majority of this hypogeum by yourself, the honor of uncovering its depths should also be yours. You should continue onward. I'll stay behind and keep watch over our return path. Should the door suddenly slam shut, I will promptly alert you. You follow the shortcut as it extends towards a room at the far end of the hypogeum. Abyss of Fate, Yianopolis. Lines of text are engraved upon the surface of this chest. Although the chest has suffered significant wear and tear, the inscribed words are still legible. To the person who manages to reach this place, the fact that you're here means that either the seals outside are no longer active or that you broke the seals yourself. Therefore, you're either very lucky or extremely intelligent. The threat of the black tide grows ever stronger. We are forced to take as many of our belongings as possible and seek the holy city's embrace. No longer shall we live independently as Sabanians. Sabanians? Yet I am still hopeful that the people will still remember the name of our native home as well as the events that have transpired here. This is why I've left a tiny portion of my memories here. Perhaps someday people will return to my birthplace once more and the newborn children will learn all about us and weep before this inscribed slate. Alas, I will not be around to witness such a scene. I pray that when that day arrives, we will still be able to construct a dome. The last Sabanian. When you open the chest, you find some ancient items inside, as well as the text-inscribed stone slab that's covered in a layer of dust. These items form the final legacy that was left behind by the Sabanians. You leave the Hypogeum and reunite with Demonius again at the safe location. Well, found anything? Wait, really? Can I take a look at them? You show the Sabanians' legacy to them. How extraordinary. These are genuine pieces of ancient heritage, and this slab has been preserved surprisingly well. An exquisite? Why am I struggling with that? Relic indeed. I won't ask you to elaborate on what you have experienced. Keep those priceless treasures safe, for they're yours now. I suddenly feel quite emotional when I look at these artifacts. After all, they are proof that good times never last. The optimistic and prosperous Golden Age cannot flourish endlessly, just as the progress and advancements are never a guarantee. Even the Holy City, once viewed by the masses as a beacon of hope, will eventually succumb to the ravages of time. If the people of that time were to witness the state that we're in right now, they would probably gripe about how we're a bunch of unworthy descendants. Haha. Was that your attempt at a joke? The way you choose to lighten up the atmosphere is middling at best. And yet, I actually feel better now, seeing as how there are more important things to accomplish. Now's not the time to feel sad over grandiose dreams. Grandiose. Anyway, you should take good care of these things. Perhaps they'll be even more valuable a century from now. I feel like they should be given to a historian, not just kept in our inventory, but, you know. I wonder if we can put them on the, Ooh. Oh, I was about to be like Tingyun for sure. Hanya's at max. Literally, I have all of these characters at max. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I guess just a Tingyun. I was like, oh, character selection, let's go. And then it's like, all of these are at max. And I'm like, oops. So let's look at the, oh, that's a full, like, temple. Nice. We got an achievement. Crash into a wall no more than 3 times while in the hand of Zagreus chamber for the Hypogeum event. I'm probably saying that terribly wrong. Okay, so we got that one done. Now I've heard this one's just a combat event, so I actually won't make you all watch this one once we have like the basics down. Because of the fact that it's literally just a very repetitive thing. At least I'm like thinking when we're doing the puzzles, but This is simple, Aglaya. Even if you had disguised yourself, you would be far too easily recognized in a market as busy as this. Not to mention you have no plans to disguise yourself. Everyone knows that you would come to this place one day during the month of reaping. It is as if you had arranged to meet someone, yet you are alone. Is that why you're here? I am simply here to satisfy my appetite. I hear that there are recently arrived refugees in the Holy City that have resumed their old trades. Their talents are outstanding and not commonly seen in this area. Then you and I have taken different routes to reach the same place. Oh, are you also? I'm here to just see how bleak fate is, or should I say, here to see how the threads that will pass through my hands resonate here. So I'm not really sure what to say to that. Lord Phainon, these talents that have brought you here, when did they become so rare? Not that long ago, it's just, oh, that's right, Lord Phainon, everything is beginning to fade away. I am here precisely because I wish to compare. With every passing day, something else becomes a part of the past, never to exist again. How can I turn them into golden threads with which to weave tomorrow? The Holy City is the only solace for mankind now, after all. I fear that what you cannot find here is already lost to this world. So will these things have a place in the tomorrow that you weave, no matter how big or small? Now that would be too greedy, Lord Phainon. The moment we leave this market, please forget what I have said. What are you seeing? What you are seeing is just a moment of pessimism, or perhaps a moment of ruthlessness. This is a great weight of fate. Perhaps all that I am fit to weave is a sheet of gossamer. However, if there is only one weaving thread remaining in my hands, it does not matter how talented a garment maker I am. I can't hope to make it any more than a puppet string. Why is there a child that I've never seen here before? I imagine there are a lot of children here that you've never seen. I heard she ignored every resident who offered a helping hand. Is she afraid of strangers? The Eye of Twilight is all-seeing, its vision as far-reaching as the Sky Dome. Ah, good-hearted big bro, you're finally here. Can you help me find Urania's eyes? Urania's eyes aren't the eyes looking at you right now. Urania's eyes can see more. They are the holy scrolls bestowed by Aquila. Our clan once received their grace, and we have been using this relic to record all that happened in the world for generations as an extension of the Eyes of Twilight. On this journey, I have been dispatched to record the recent incidents in Akuma. Unfortunately, I didn't get to record in the new scroll and even lost the old one. I have a stranger in this place. Can you help? If I can't find it, I won't be allowed to go home. Our big bro, I'll help you mark out some locations with the eyes, maybe. These scrolls are probably about as tall as you are. When you retrieve them, you may hear some sounds, but don't be scared. Those are whispers of the past, and they're not dangerous at all. You haven't even gotten a chance to ask your question when, in the blink of an eye, the child before you disappears into the crowd. Bah, children in these parts are so rude. Let's take a look at the clues she left behind. Okay. And then it says, like, unlock. Oh, is it only 5? Well, if it's only 5 battles, we can do those on screen. Usually the battle events are way heftier, is what I mean. The runes in the scroll are glowing, responding to your intent. Disciples chant in unison, their praises echoing in your mind. The Eye of Twilight is all-seeing, its visions as far-reaching as the Sky Dome. The scroll's rustling paper brings words of distant past, and a doomed parley for peace can be heard. Lance of Fury and Nikador, your valor is rivaled by none, your lance thrusting through the clouds. My comrade, what has caused your boiling blood to cool, leaving only a stagnant silence? Your blade is no longer just, and your gaze turns turbid with time. I'm willing to disperse the fog in your heart. Please reclaim your divinity and return to the path of glory. The black tide will not be feared henceforth, and tomorrow will shine upon the great land of Inforius. Uninvited visitors are not welcome here. We seek an audience with the Lance of Fury, not with you nor with your false king. The valiant does not consort with the weak. The majesty of Krymnos is nurtured by fresh blood. What a farce. The petty will never reach the greatness of heroes. You are unworthy to speak for a titan. Guards, lower the city gates. Oh, you know what I just realized when they're talking about blood? So we were talking about how like Mighty Most was tossed to the god of death, right? And then rejected. And then in that scene, he was given the glass of blood, and he's like, do you take me for a fool? This is pomegranate juice, and he doesn't drink it. So for anyone who knows vaguely this story of Hades and Persephone, when you like consume the pomegranate seeds, which is a lot of what the juice is made out of, like them squeezed, I think. I may be wrong there. But like you then become part of the underworld kind of deal. Like the underworld has the ability to take you, but he refused the glass of pomegranate juice, refusing the underworld. I wonder if that plays into his story, like narrative wise. Nicanor, face me. The noise from the scroll stops and you feel some unseen force pulling you within. Yes, yes, there's all different fun mechanics. Ooh, who should we take? I always use the trial characters because they're usually more well-built than mine. I am very willing to admit that.
Changes what changes. Shut up.
Harmony and unison.
Never hesitate.
Show.
I don't think I've ever fought with Moza.
Forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
Cannot hide. Show. To lose.
Stars echo.
Fearless knows not fear. Too close.
Bust.
Ugh, stretch.
Or maybe I'll take it off.
Forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
No dirty trick. Watch your head.
Cannot hide. Show.
Never hesitate. I won't do it. Too close. Forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable. Fearless knows not fear.
Watch your head. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Stars echo.
Time to lose.
Never hesitate. I won't do it. Forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
Show.
Watch your head.
Okay.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable. Forever triumph.
are so cold. I really don't know what to talk about in these, because, like, maybe I'd have more to talk about if I was, like, actively trying to fight them, but I am definitely more of a turn the auto battle on and let the computer do it kind of person, so I guess we're more in the, like, the, mirroring stage of this stream.
Watch your head.
The fearless knows not fear.
Forever.
Victory is inevitable.
Yeah, I don't imagine we'll hit that 60,000 points since we just hit 40 and we're on like 4 out of 6 currently.
Or maybe I'll take it off.
Watch your head.
Never hesitate.
I failed.
There's no time to lose.
Forever.
Victory is inevitable.
Stars echo.
The fearless knows not fear.
Charge! Cannot hide! Charge! Charge!
Oh, are we actually somehow gonna get to the 60k in time?
Never hesitate.
Charge!
Oh, okay. Well, we got to 60k. We're not gonna get to 80.
Victory is inevitable.
He does have 3 health bars though, so maybe.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Watch your head.
No dirty tricks.
The fearless knows not fear.
70.
Forever.
Triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
Man, the enemy barely ever gets to attack in this team. I only have half of this team though. That's the issue, is I pull purely off of vibes. I do want Robin though. It's just always there's a character coming that I'm like, well, there's 80. I didn't think we'd make that. I am surprised, honestly. Okay, and that gets you the S rank. Okay, so it is still the longer thing, just with like, it's all in one sitting so that you don't have to like keep doing a bunch of stages over and over again. I'm not going, I keep waffling back and forth. I'm going back to my original plan. I'm not going to make you all sit here and just watch that, especially because I don't have any like new commentary. So I'll just do those on my own time, meaning like right after I end this stream, because there's only 16 hours of this event left, so gotta get on that. But yeah, so thankfully we just barely got through the main story quest. Thankfully, the last 2 chapters were not as long as I thought they were going to be, considering how long the chapter prior to that was. The Hypogeum was like super short, just a bunch of puzzles, which you can just speed run through since we got it done in like less than an hour, I'm pretty sure. And then this is a fight one, so just make sure if you're here at the time of the stream that you get these done before they run out so you can get that Stellar Jade. And then also just remember that this wish is ending shortly, so if you want any of these characters, you need to pull soon. Speaking of which, I said I wanted Robin. Why don't we do like a couple pulls on Robin? And then if I get Robin, it was meant to be. I haven't pulled for Boot Hill up till now because I'm just like, he's not my style. He is pretty nifty. I wonder how many. Obviously, I have a bunch of pulls, but I'm really saving up for Mighty and Phainon. What are we at pity wise? Limited banner. Oh, 4. 4. I'm probably not gonna get it, so we can totally do a couple pulls actually. How many should we do you think? Because normally when I do like 3 10 pulls and I call it a day, but since we want both Boot Hill and Robin, I want Robin more than Boot Hill, so we'll do 1 10 pull on Boot Hill and we'll do 2 10 pulls on Robin. Okay, Boot Hill was not meant to be. He didn't come home at like negative pity, essentially. So that puts us at 14. I think Boot Hill's literally the only male character I don't have. Oh, wait, I also need to go back to the Astral Express. I totally forgot about that. Hi, Tigyun. Oh, that's nifty. We have a new 3-star light cone for remembrance. That makes sense. Let me... Okay. And then we'll do 2 pulls here. That puts us at 24. Oh yeah, Shusheng's like the only one that I don't have fully maxed out. And then this will put us at 34. Does not look like it was meant to be. Ooh, Sunday. Tingyun. Alright, characters. Is that the last one I needed for Sushong? Oh, I need a lot for Sushong, actually.
I'll make my mark in history.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. And then let's go to the... Use ally character Fei Xiao to deal the final blow in a victory against Yanqing. Okay. So now, that's something I totally forgot about. Let's go back to the Astral Express. So this is what I was talking about, the Forgotten Hall right here, because that's the same character. So either all Remembrance have this like outfit, or because this is the same style as Herta's mirrors, I wonder if this is the mirror she's stuck in. And then they're using their powers to kind of like, or the remembrances to kind of like free them from the mirror.
The Forgotten Hall? I
want to look at their priceless jewels. Yeah, so there is a new one of these. Oh, it's the one we have. Okay, how many of these do you need to level it up fully? It's super in position 5, so 4 of them. That's how that works, right? Character. Light cone. Enhance. Superimpose. Confirm. Bam. Alright. Perfect. And then Sunday we have fully maxed out, so we don't need that. I feel like Palas we also have fully done, so we don't need that. Where's our new remembrance one? Lock. Enhance. Superimpose. I keep at least one of all of the tiny ones as well. Oh, I feel like I have that Natasha one actually. Let me look. Fully maxed out. Yeah, there it is. I wish I could get rid of these advanced ones that I have, because I advanced them back before you could get rid of the 4 starlight cones, because I wanted to like clear up inventory space instead of having a bunch of them sitting around. But you can't get rid of them now, so now they're just stuck in my inventory.
Do you want to enter the Forgotten?
Okay. Yeah, so here's all the ones, and the new one is the one that we got to use for the Trailblazer. Jokes come true. Oh, this stuff, yeah. Slowly building up to get one of these. And then, oh yeah, the Forgotten Hall is also updated, so just as a... to redo the Forgotten Hall. When was the last? Yes, I do. Yeah, the highest I've gotten is 3-starred is 9. So I think I got to 10 and 11 last time, but it was like not fully 3-starred. So I did finish this one though, which is nice. Yeah. So that is it. I hope everybody has a lovely rest of your day. And then a good weekend, and make sure if you have the time to like grind through those events real fast, I would definitely suggest you do it so you can get that Stellar Jade, so that you can pull any character that you want, and then just keep in mind who's coming. Mighty Most was in the new banner, or in like the new trailer, so I'm assuming Mighty Most will probably be coming soon. We've heard rumors that Mr. Rekka is going to be a 4-star. And then we also saw the Treebios. So I imagine Treebios might also be coming in the next bit. Did not see anything more of Phainon, so especially if Phainon does get corrupted and he's like our new boss hunt for the months, once we eventually get to fight him to bring him back to his sanity. That I imagine we won't get to, just like Sunday, we won't be able to pull for him until after that happens. So it probably will be a while till we can get Phainon, which, so sad. I want Phainon so much. Out of the 3 of them, if I could only, the 3 new male characters, because we also got hints of the green-haired one that I forget the name of, that's like a Alhaitham Kaveh child. If I could only pick one, it would be Phainon. I love Phainon. He's so cute. Plus, I would finish my boy band because I have Dr. Yang, or Mr. Yang. I always want to call him Doctor. Mr. Yang, and I also have Locha, so I need Phainon to finish the boy band. But yeah, so thank you all so much for coming. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Make sure you get some sleep and be safe out there. Bye, everyone.